Hello, my name is RachelEddowes and I have been in Girl Scouts for 12 years. I first learned about the Girl Scout Gold Award when I was a brownie in the 3rd grade, and so I pretty much set a life goal that I was going to earn the Girl Scout Gold Award. I entitled my Girl Scout Gold Award project ALS Advocacy, Awareness, and Service. And the reason I chose this is because my dad has this disease called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS. In the US it is called Lou Gehrig's disease because the famous baseball player Lou Gehrig had it. It's generally an unknown disease, so I wanted to spread awareness of it. I wanted to bring attention to our congressmen and senators about it, and I wanted to create a community-based service here in Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads area, so that families who needed support, who have patients with ALS in their families, could have service-based needs fulfilled. So my dad has had ALS for 9 years. It's not a common disease that people know about, so I did a bit of research to get more background information about the disease, and what I did with that is I created a PowerPoint presentation detailing all the information that I had found. What ALS does is it decays the motor neurons in the body. While most people who are perfectly normal and fine can get up and walk around, talk, eat as they please, a person with ALS cannot move their muscles at all. So far there is no cure for ALS and there's no known cause for ALS, which is why there's an urgent need for research to be continued. So I wrote a letter to my congressman and to my 2 senators. I went up to Washington, D.C. and had a conversation with Congressman Rachel and discussed my concerns of ALS. I wanted to spread awareness of ALS, what the disease is, who it affects, how it affects them, what the diagnosis is, what the symptoms are, and how the family is affected by the disease itself. Because the disease, while it may physically affect one person, it really affects the entire family. Once my dad was diagnosed, we tried to keep him home as much as we could. 2 years ago, we had to have my dad hospitalized because we could not care for him any longer at our house. Projects around the house tend to go to the wayside, like yard work, just wouldn't be attended to because all attention was given to my dad. The ALS Association does have these monthly support group meetings, and so I attended 2 of them and told them about my project, saying I am here to help you. I was able to get 2 groups of volunteers of students to go to the different families, and they spent the entire afternoon doing yard work for the families. While ALS affects the motor neurons in the body and hinders voluntary control, it does not affect the mind. The mind is perfectly intact. When I go to visit my dad at the hospital, I can talk to him and he can easily respond. A specialized camera sends out an infrared beam, and whatever is not reflected back by the pupil moves the cursor on the mouse. And so with that, he's able to spell out words in an online keyboard, so we're able to carry on conversations. My dad was able to type out a letter with his eye gaze system of his personal experiences with the ALS, how he personally was affected, and I attached that letter to the end of my presentation and read it to every single group that I gave it to. My dad opened up the letter with his favorite saying that he learned in the 8th grade from a donut commercial. As you ramble through life, brother, whatever be your goal, keep your eye upon the donut and not upon the hole. While he admits that ALS has been a pretty upsetting thing in his life, he doesn't let it get him down all the time. He keeps his eye upon the donut and not upon the hole. The thing I will take away definitely from Girl Scouts is be a sister to every Girl Scout. Well, certainly that does apply to Girl Scouts, it applies to everyone. Treat everyone as if they're family.